say hi? Can you say hi? Hi. Hi, I'm Sonia, and this is my channel, Sonia Starcrossed. And today I'm going to be talking about what I've been working on lately, which, as usual, is cross stitch. And I have my dog Jack here. He's always here, always with me. And then Sally. Come here, Sally. Come here, Sally. Sally will come when Jack lets her. Okay, here's Sally. Here's Sally. Can you say hi? Say hi. All right. Hopefully they don't fight. Okay, Jack. So anyway, today is May 20th, and I am here to, like I said, show you what I've been working on. I know in the last video I said I thought that I would be able to film earlier, maybe do 3 weeks instead of a month in between. But then my daughter broke her ankle, her leg at her ankle, and so there's just been a lot of running her around to scans and doctor visits, get her cast, and then having to change my work schedule because she can't ride the bus to school or home from school anymore. So it's just been a lot of chaos around here lately. And I know in my last video I also said that I was hoping to film a video about the books that I've thrifted. They are all still in a pile, no longer even a nice pile on the floor next to me. So that is another project that needs to get worked on. So yeah, there's a lot going on around here, and we are getting ready for the summer. I have a bunch of trips in the summer, cross-stitch retreats and such, and we've got people coming to visit. So who knows what the schedule is going to look like. But anyway, so right now I'm just going to show you, like I said, what I've been working on. First, I wanted to start with finish. I'm pretty sure that in the last video I showed this was almost finished. I think I had to fix up the eyes. So this is Happy Spring by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it is on 18 count Aine by Under the Sea Fabrics. So I think I did almost everything as the called for, except the puppy. I changed it from a brown puppy to a black puppy so that it looked like Jack. So yeah, that is my Happy Spring. I've just been displaying it on a plate display tripod thing. And I'm probably just going to take it out of the hoop now that, I mean, it's essentially summer here in San Antonio. So I'll probably just take it out of the hoop, and then next year see about maybe finishing it, or I mean, maybe I'll put it in, if I have a circle hoop that's big enough, maybe I'll just throw it in there to finish it. But yeah, so that is finished. And then another one that I am almost totally finished with, but I just have to angst about it a little bit. Alright, so this is calling Jesus Loves Me. It is by Precious Moments, and this is stitched on an 18 count Opal Aida. The color is London Fog by Under the Sea Fabrics, and I did it 1/1. So 1 thread of floss over 1 thread of Aida. My mom stitched it when she was probably younger than me, and so I wanted it to be a little dark-haired girl like me. I initially had tried, because the original has a bunch of shading in the hair, and so I had originally tried to use like 3 or 4 different kinds of black for the hair to try to give that same highlight and shadow, and I didn't really like it, so I took out a bunch of stitches and then replaced them. So I don't know if you can still tell that it's not all the same black, but yeah. And then I didn't do the back stitching in the hair, just because I was doing the back stitching in black, so I just didn't think it would show up anyway. And then I originally had planned to do the floor, the whatever ground she's standing on. I bought it is Silk in Colors, and the color is Grape Melange. I saw it, I thought it was just really pretty. variegated purple, and so I thought it'd be nice to do as the ground. But then last night when I put it in there, I thought it might just be too much variation compared to the rest of it. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. One option would be to take it out. The other option that I'm leaning towards, and my friends have kind of weighed in on, is to just leave it as is like that. So it kind of looks like a shadow rather than put the whole ground around it. So yeah, once I finish angsting on that a little bit, I think I want to get like a, I'm trying to decide how to frame it. I was thinking maybe like a trifold with my mom's and mine, and then maybe like a picture of us in the middle, or yeah, I'm not totally sure how I want to finish it yet. But I'm really glad to have it done. And that was probably the most backstitching I've had to do, so. But I mean, it looked, I was starting to get nervous because like it just wasn't, it was kind of fading into the background a little bit, especially with the pinks and the blues. But then, I mean, doing the backstitching just really changed the whole look of it. So I'm really happy with it. All right, then the next piece that I worked a lot on since the last video was the Satsuma Street Memento Mori. And I worked on that a lot because it was Cinco de Mayo and Fiesta here in San Antonio, which I think was mid to late April, and then carried over to Cinco de Mayo. And so this is where I got with that. And I had originally planned on doing the longer piece and just cutting out part of the middle. And then I just decided that I didn't want to try to cut out the orange skulls. I just decided that I'm essentially going to like stop it right here and then just bring this border of the banners right there. And then I'm changing that top skull to a pink skull. So that's where I'm at. So the whole top part is done, the top border. And I am going to put it away until probably Dia de los Muertos, so around Halloween. And this is being stitched on a 16 count Aida, and the color is just black by Zweigart. So yeah, oh, and I think the skull is only like half stitched. So I might actually take this with me to retreat because I've been putting aside a lot of things that are half stitched or easy fill-in, and that would actually be a really good one to take. So I'm gonna put this in my retreat and maybe I'll get more of it done there. All right, then I also have 3 new starts for this month. So this one is, I'm doing the Arctic Sal by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And so this is going to be stitched on a 36 count Opal linen. The color is Boreas by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I am stitching it 2 over 2. I think I thought about doing 1, but right now it's being stitched 2 over 2. I did that much on the first day that it was released. Yeah, and I haven't picked it back up again. I'm doing it with my friend Shayla, and I think there are several other girls who purchased fabric at Under the Sea Fabrics. Leslie was saying she had several girls come in and pick up fabric for it. I also got the little penguin needle minder, or puffin needle minder. So I need to get back to this. I was just really working hard on that Precious Moments piece to get finished. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Not very far. Still love me, Shayla. All right, then the other piece that I started is actually, it's going to be a bat. And it is being stitched on 32 count Opal linen. The color is River Styx by Under the Sea Fabrics. And this is going to be part of the Smalls exchange that they're having at the Under the Sea stitching site Stitching Sirens retreat. So I need to keep working on this, but it is going to be pretty small, so I think it's going to stitch up pretty quickly, and it's going to be black and pink, so I might actually have to make 2 of them, one for me and one for the exchange. So yeah, I suppose by the next video, when is the retreat? June or July? I think it's June. So I think by the next video, maybe I'll make a video right before the retreat. And then hopefully I'll have it finished by then. Otherwise I won't be exchanging. But yeah, so there's that. All right, so then my next start is May's Lily of the Valley by Cottage Garden Samplings. And last time I think I had kitted up, but I don't think I had started on April's Daisy, I think it was. I think I had kitted it, but then I didn't start it. And I'm glad I didn't start it because I found I was going to stitch it in individual pieces, like each month would be its own piece. And then on Pinterest, I saw that somebody had laid them all out together, and I'll insert a picture, and that's what I'm going to do. So I actually had to go and get a bigger piece of fabric so that I could stitch this on the fabric that I wanted to use, and then followed a YouTube tutorial for putting all the ribbons on the fabric and stuff like that to kind of hold all the excess fabric, because it's gonna have all 12 months on it, so it's a large piece of fabric. But this is where I'm at, and it just so happened that June, the snail, was in the center, so that just made it easy to know exactly where to start, except that now it's like, what, 10 more days of May, and then it's June, so I don't know how far I'm gonna get on this, but that's okay. It does stitch pretty quickly, but yeah, that's okay. I'll just keep moving it around. And I really like the ribbons. I think they're a lot of fun. I actually bought a bunch of rolls of ribbon because I had a lot of ribbon. Well, I thought that I had a lot of ribbon from my scrapbooking, but then when I got it out to cut the pieces, I didn't actually have longer pieces. I had a lot of small pieces. So I ordered a bunch of thin ribbon, and then I can, when I move it around, kind of match the colors to either the season or the piece. But yeah, so one of the things I did was I went through all of my large pieces that are on Q-snaps, and I put ribbons on them in matching colors to the project. This one I might do either the project or the month or something like that. I don't know if you can hear the ice cream man going past. Anyway, I have about 5 hours of organizing videos that I just need to like string together and, you know, post it, because people like to have that on in the background. All right, so this whole project is being stitched on 18 count Aida, and the color is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. And like I said, I had to go to buy a larger piece of this, which actually worked out because my daughter's the place where she had to get the cast on her foot, it's like an hour and a half away from my house, and that is only about 15 minutes away from the Golden Needle in New Braunfels. So after she got her cast, we thought that she was just getting a consultation and getting scheduled for surgery. So I was like, okay, after the consultation, we'll just go up to New Braunfels, and I'm gonna go to this cross-stitch store and buy some fabric, and then we'll go home. Well, then they ended up putting a full leg cast on her and deciding that she didn't need surgery. So and we hadn't brought her crutches along. We had her scooter because she had a boot on while she was waiting for surgery / getting a cast, and so all that she had was a scooter and no crutches. So she ended up just sitting in the car while I went shopping. And she was a really good sport about it. In fact, it actually started raining while I was inside the store, and I didn't realize I had like left the windows down because, you know, she was sitting in the car, and one of the women came in and was talking about how hard it was raining outside, and I was like, what? So I like ran out there and I was like, Krista, I turned the car on and I rolled the windows up, and I was like, Krista, like, why didn't you call me? Because I had made sure she had her phone before I went in the store. Why didn't you call me and tell me it was raining and to come put the windows up? And she was like, well, I knew that you wanted to do your shopping, so I was just letting you do that. So it was really sweet, but I felt bad. But I mean, I was pretty much done shopping, so I just left the car running and went and paid. But anyway, so in the haul, I will show the fabric. I've actually been to all 3 of the cross-stitch stores in the area in the last month. So I have a little bit of a haul. But anyway, so the reason I wanted to go there is because I was hoping that she would have enough of this fabric. I actually wanted to get a 20 count, but all that she had was 18. And I didn't want the 20 count enough to like special order it, so I just went ahead and got the 18. So that's that. All right, then this one is also almost done. This is, on myself, I'm Strange and Unusual by the Witchy Stitcher, and I am stitching it on 16 count Aida, black Zweigart. And all that's left here is, so there's a frame, or I suppose I can put the picture here. So just the frame. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the double border, but I haven't totally decided, but I just decided that, you know, since this was straight lines, and especially once I get the first one done, then the second one is just like 2 squares away from it. So I thought this would be a good one to just go ahead and stop and put aside to work on the retreat, because I shouldn't be able to lose my place doing straight lines, but you never know. So this one is getting put in the retreat bag. All right, I haven't worked on it a lot, but the next one is the Fabulous House series by Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is the greenhouse. And I am stitching it on 25 count Lugana. The color is navy. I think by DMC or Zweigart. I haven't done a lot on it, but I think that one of the things I'm going to try to focus on is doing a lot of the half stitches of the filigree, because there's a lot. I'll put the picture here. There's a lot of the little white. And so I think that I'm going to be doing a lot of the half stitching here, and then at the retreat I could go back and just cross those X's and not have to be consulting with the pattern, because it is pretty finicky, as you can see, but it's gonna look so pretty. So yeah. All right. So I have a story to tell, but first I'm just going to tell you about it. So this is the Foxglove House by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. And I am stitching it on 20 count Aida, and the color is Aine by Under the Sea Fabrics. And it's looking so good. So this is another one that I'm going to be putting in the retreat bag. So everything here is all just fill in for the house. And I have it pretty squared off. So that I'm going to leave for the retreat. And in the meantime, I just kind of keep stitching all the little pieces around. I think there's like a bunch of butterflies and things like that. But my story about this is, so this is one of a series. I think the other ones that are out are the Wisteria House and the Peony House, the Foxglove House. I think those are the 3 that are out so far. I'll put them on the screen. So they have like a fall series, and they have like a Christmassy series, like a wintry series, and I think they're really, really pretty, and I'd love to get to them someday. But I really liked this, like what I thought in my mind was like a very spring summer type series. And so I decided to start with the Foxglove House. And I hadn't done the foxgloves, and we went to the San Antonio Needleworkers Guild has a meeting at one of the local libraries, and so I went there with my friends, and we were stitching. And so I think I was working on like I don't know, one of these windows or something like that. Like I said, these flowers weren't here. I just had like the fox in the basket. And so one of the older women asked what I was working on, and so, you know, I pulled this out and I said, oh, it's called the Foxglove house. And she asked, oh, well, why is it called the Foxglove house? And I turned to her and I showed her and I said, oh, because there's a fox. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I hope she doesn't ask what the glove is for, because I don't actually know the answer to that question, but I know that it's called the Foxglove house because there's a fox. And I don't know, maybe because he has little like gloves on his feet. But I was like, maybe she just won't ask and I'll just say it's the fox house. And then my friends like stopped what they were doing and they were like, because it's a basket of foxgloves. And I was like, what? They were like, it's a basket. It's a basket of foxgloves. That's why it's called the Foxglove house. And in my mind, like, it all comes together. The wisteria house, the peony house, the foxglove house. I just like, in my mind, I mean, I hadn't quite understood why the fox, like why the designer thought that that like a fox was a spring animal. Because I was like, okay, wisteria is spring and peony is like spring, summer. And so I guess they just decided that like foxes are spring-like for them. Like maybe that's because they have babies. I mean, personally, I kind of feel like a fox is more like a fall animal if I had to pick something. But, you know, whatever. It's like a super cute fox, and it's one of the first things I stitched. So I was just like, whatever. It's the fox's house. And my friends were crying and laughing so hard at me that one of the women said that we were probably going to get kicked out of the library because they were laughing at me so loud. So then we had Jack. No, pushing. Now you can see my couch. Yeah, so then, yeah, they made fun of me for a long time, and we had to have a conversation about, whether I should change it to like the fox's glove house, or like this is a house for where the fox keeps its gloves, or maybe it was referring to the fact that the fox is wearing gloves. But anyway, yeah, that's, I don't know, I'm totally lost. So anyway, those are the projects that I've been working on this month, and I guess now we'll do a little bit of a haul. I don't think it's a huge haul-ish. Alright, so first off, I wanted to make some project bags for me and my friend Shayla, who are doing the Arctic Sal, the sale together. So I bought us fabric to make us project bags, and I thought this fabric was so cute. I don't know how to make project bags, so the chances that these are just going to sit around for a long time are pretty high. But yeah, I might be able to get my act together. We'll see. But anyway, so that was fabric that I bought. I also bought this like stuff that makes it stiff. I think you use that. I got a couple other project bags. So this is my new project bag for my Harry Potter frog boards. And it is from, I don't think I have the, I'll have to see if I can insert the name of it. But so this is my, I think, third or fourth project bag from them. Love them. They're perfect. And it even has like a matching little skull zipper pull. And the funny thing is that randomly, me and my friend Shayla also got the exact same bags. And when we were getting them, we were like, oh my gosh, like I got a bag, and she was like, I got a bag too. And I was like, oh, well, you know, my bag's really cool, you're gonna want it. And then she was like, my bag's really cool, you're gonna want it. And then we both had gotten the same bag, except that hers has, I think, like glow in the dark spider webs here, and mine has like purple with gold flecks. But anyway, so yeah. And then this little little bag that goes with it, or I'll probably just use separate. And then actually it was funny because at work today, a girl was using napkins made out of this fabric. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have 2 bags made out of that fabric. And then she just gave me a weird look, so whatever. I also got one of these bags, the little like mesh ones that you can do cross stitch on by It's So Emma. So those are the bags that I got. Alright, so like I said, I went to all of the 3 cross stitch stores in my area over the last month. So first off, at Under the Sea Fabrics, I actually went there on a Saturday morning. It was like a Saturday morning, and I felt like I was doing homework because I wanted to buy all the threads that I needed for that 12-month Cottage Garden samplings, the like April Daisy and May Lily of the Valley, like all 12, because I assumed that they would have used the same color scheme, and since I was now going to be stitching it on the same piece of fabric, I didn't want to start swapping out colors and then have it like clash. So I thought, well, let me look at this as a whole and make the conversions kind of for everything at once. So I sat down and I started looking at them, and they did not have as much crossover in the floss as I had expected, which was really disappointing, but it is what it is. But so I spent a couple hours like going through each chart and writing each floss that was called for, what month it was called for, and like whether, like how many stitches approximately it would need, because some of them had like 1 yellow floss for like a chick's beak. And I was like, if I don't already own that, I'm not gonna buy a whole thing unless, you know, in some other month there are a bunch of yellow flowers that are using that same color, then, you know, I will buy it. So I went through and I did all that on like multiple pieces of paper. And then once I had tallied up, you know, which flosses were used across which months and how many times, then I went through and for May, June, July, August, and September, I think, decided which conversions I was going to do for the ones that had a low thread count and I didn't already own, and then purchased the floss. So it was like this huge pile of floss. So I was getting that, which were some DMC, some Weeks, and then some General Arts, and then all the missing DMC colors that I needed for the Arctic Sal. So I don't have a lot to show from Under the Sea Fabrics because mostly I spent my money on flosses there. But I did get this. It was actually just a gift from Amy Jane. She got it at a retreat that she went to. And I think the designer is like Ravel or something like that. And so I'll have to put that down in the description. But she saw that color and thought of me, and that was so sweet of her. And then speaking of pink, I purchased this, and the color is Blush and Bashful by Under the Sea Fabrics, and this is a 20 count Aida. Thought it was very beautiful, light pink. And then Leslie was dyeing pink fabric, I guess, for custom orders, and there was a pink that she has that is unnamed, and so I'm waiting for her to name it, and then hopefully it's still going to be there and I can purchase it on Thursday. But that one is also beautiful and unnamed as of yet. So you'll see that probably in my next video. And then, like I said, I went up to the Golden Needle in New Braunfels and went through basically all the fabric that she had, looking for, I was looking for just like what called to me, but mostly I was looking for beiges because, I mean, I think that Aine might be my favorite neutral from Under the Sea fabrics, but like she has a properly primitive, but I just was looking for other options. And then I found a couple of small pieces that I just, you know, they just needed a home. So this is, and the owner there, I can't remember what her name is, but she, when I was checking out, she was making sure that I knew that I had like a really wide variety of counts. And I know I've explained it here before, but just again, I pick the count based on the size that I want the project to be. Yeah, mostly based on the size that I want the project to be. So if I want it to be big or I want it to be small, and then I also, so I think the highest I have is a 40 and the lowest, I don't know if I have a 14. It might be 16 count Aida. Like linen, even weave, Aida doesn't make a lot of difference to me. And I do try to keep a variety that I'm working on so that like if my eyes are tired, I'm gonna switch down to like a larger thread hole, like the thread, so like down to a 16 count Aida versus working on a 40 count linen. So yes, I do have a wide variety, and also the color. So, you know, if I want it to be a certain size and a certain color, then what do I have in that range? And then again, like whether it's 16 count or whatever. But so this is a 16 count. The company is Seraphim, and the color is Seraphina. So it's like a purple, tealy blue. Thought that was really pretty. And then I got this one, and it is I have little binder clips holding all these pieces together. This is an 18 count fiber on a whim, and the color is lipstick. And I think this is an 18 count. I think that I've seen somebody use this before and just thought the color was really pretty. So I just remembered when I saw it that I had seen lipstick before and I thought it was pretty. All right, then like I said, I did get that 16 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim, or 18 count. And then I guess I think I got a lot of it because I think that was what I also used for the Deep in the Heart, and I used it for something else, and I really, really enjoyed the feel of it and the color of it. So yes, this is the 18 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. So this is what I have left after that large piece. And then I grabbed this. This is a 36 count Fiber on a Whim, and the color is Brown Sugar. 36 count linen. So it's just a little darker. And then she had some Atomic Ranch fabrics, which I hadn't used Atomic Ranch before, so I got some of that. And this is a 28 count Lugana, and the color is Weathered Stone by Atomic Ranch. I was excited to get to try their fabric. And then this is a 32 count even weave, and the color is Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And just another, it's a lot of beiges, a lot of neutrals. But yeah, I don't get out there very often, so I just went ahead and bought that. And then I didn't get to look at any patterns because, like I said, my daughter was being rained on and we ended up leaving. So that was my trip to the Golden Needle. And then this past weekend, what day did I go? I can't remember. My friend Amy, she knits, and she was mentioning that she hadn't been to a knitting store lately, and she was just like wanting to go and touch some yarn. And I said, oh, we should go out to the Tinsmith's Wife, because then she can shop for yarn and I can shop for cross stitch. And so that's what we did. We had a lot of fun. We went to the Tinsmith's Wife, we went to a thrift store, we went to a restaurant in Bernie on the way home. We had a lot of fun. And yeah, I always forget how much there is at the Tinsmith's Wife, and so many samplers that are beautiful. But I mean, I understand that I don't have a lot of time to do them, but some of them are very beautiful. But I did find something to spend money on. A lot of things to spend money on, actually. So one of the things that I really wanted to get there was this 12 monthly minis by Primrose Cottage. And I've been thinking, like, I've seen a lot of people making these, and I thought, you know, you could make little minis with the motifs as gifts for people. So that's what I got that for, and I was glad that she had it. So that was one of the things that was on my list to look for. And then I ended up getting a bunch of trims by Lady Dot Creates. So I got this sea glass rickrack and peony pom-poms. And this is Brick House rickrack and snow pom-poms. So I haven't really done any trim work, but I do have a pile of things that need to be finished. So hopefully those might match. Oh yeah, I did get some black. So this is Shimmering Noir pom-poms. Because, you know, if it glitters, then it's probably better, right? All right, and then I got this from Dirty Annie's, Not All Who Wander. And it's a little Christmas RV. So I thought that was really cute. So I got that. And then I made a mistake. And I realized that I couldn't look at everything, but I happened to see that she had a whole box of Madame Chantilly. These things are probably, the tiered trays are probably one of the first patterns that I saw on Flosstube that my heart just really, really wanted. And they've been in my Etsy wish list. They've been in and out of my cart. And I just hadn't pulled the trigger yet. Because I don't know why I wanted to see them in person, but whatever. And they were almost all there. I do need to go into my Etsy and see which ones I'm missing now, but yeah, I went a little crazy. So I got the summer tier tray, and the autumn with a hedgehog and a squirrel. So cute. All right, so I got the 4th of July tiered tray. So cute. I got the spring tiered tray. I got the summer. And the chances that this is going to be kitted up and come to the Stitching Sirens retreat with me are pretty high. Especially like with the mermaid. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And the love, I love the roses at the top. I love them. And a cat, it's definitely going to get changed to a black cat. And then I have been looking at this one online. This is 4th July in a jar. I'm mostly interested in this top part. I think those flowers are so pretty. So like maybe I put some of the maybe I move the fireworks up to the top and take out the flag. Or maybe I just take out the flag and just have it be flowers that could be out all year. Yeah, I just thought the arrangement of those flowers was so pretty. Yeah, so that was a lot. And then I also saw this one. I don't want to try to pronounce the French, but this one has also been in and out of my Etsy wish list. I just think the colors are so pretty. So yeah. That was much more than I intended, but oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed checking out my projects, seeing what I bought. Thanks for hanging out with me for however long this has been. And I will see you probably in about a month. I'll probably film a video before the retreat, and then that way I can do like a after the retreat with numbers of how much I stitched during the retreat, which I think is at the end of June. So anyway, thanks for watching.